There is something that may surprise you. You do not have to be vegan in order to eat better. You don't have to be vegan in order to eat better. What really gets me about this lifestyle, I've been vegan for 9 years, is that people get so caught up in labels, whether it's you being vegan, whether you being plant-based, plant-forward, flexitarian. All of these labels do not mean anything if you are not living the way that you are showing up as your very best. And I think that that's what the stigma is with the word vegan, is that people think about it as a life of a whole bunch of sacrifice. You're not going to be able to do this. You won't be able to do this. You can't wear this. You can't say this. You can't look like this. People be more concerned about what they can't do than what they can do. And that is what I think that people are, tripping themselves up before they even really get started in this space. There is no one way to be vegan. Now, if you listen and you talk to the people who possibly started this journey before we didn't have a lot of options and a little, the convenience of, the different types of plant milks and products, they would have a different perspective over the lifestyle. It's almost like they're gatekeepers, where they're like, well, I was here first, so I'm going to dictate and I'm going to set the bar on what makes the perfect vegan. And instead of growing with the times, you're paying more attention to who can out-vegan somebody, when the only thing that you should be concerned about is how you're showing up for yourself. Are you doing the best that you can? And are you not harming anybody? If the way that you are showing up for yourself is making yourself proud, those are the questions that need answers. I want people to understand it is not about what you call yourself. Even though I have a brand, it's VeganPopEats, and I want to change the perception of what this lifestyle could be about, because people don't know the abundance that you can have whenever you are showing up, feeding yourself nutritious foods, and you're not harming anyone. Getting caught up on the label is doing yourself a disservice, because progress does not mean permission, or progress doesn't need permission. The things that you should be concerned about: am I nourishing my body? Did I harm anyone to do it? Did I harm myself in order to do it? Am I eating better than what I was eating 2 days ago? Am I incorporating new things in my life that's going to give me energy and make my body strong for me to show up for what I really want to do and reach my goals? Those are the questions that you should be asking yourself whenever you decide that you want to eat more plants. Not what I'm going to call myself on a Tuesday. Now with me, VeganPopEats means I love being a vegan because it's changed my life. I've been vegan for 9 years. Pop is for pop culture because I love tea. I love pop culture. And before I became a vegan journalist, I was doing red carpets, talking and interviewing the who's who in the pop culture space. And eats, because I love to eat. I'm greedy. I am a true foodie. And the name came to me in a dream. So for me, I don't get caught up with what, the vegan community is talking about. I only get caught up with how am I progressing day by day? Am I being intentional with the food that I'm eating? And is this food part of the journey for me to be the best me that I could possibly be? When you decide to eat more plants, the goal should be, how am I going to incorporate this in my lifestyle on a day-to-day basis? How is this going to fit in to what I'm trying to accomplish. Because your body don't care what you call yourself. If I want to call myself Petunia today, it doesn't matter. What matters is how I'm showing up as Petunia. That's all that matters. I mean, so many people are getting so cut up and they're giving themselves imaginary responsibility because they're choosing not to eat any animal products. And it's giving them a false sense of authority on how it should be done. If you go from not eating any plants to I'm eating a plant, that's success. If you slip up after you declare to the high heavens that I'm going to be vegan and I'm no longer going to eat any animal products. When I first moved to New York, I was a vegetarian, but I was weaning myself off of different things. The hardest thing for me to give up was seafood because I loved shrimp, salmon, crab legs, all the above. But I knew that in order for me to show up and progress like I would want to show up and progress, that I did not want to be part of harming anyone in order for me to be successful in the lifestyle that I was living. Now, there is no perfection in veganism because yes, you can be unhealthy as a vegan. We have so much vegan junk food. We have so much vegan processed food that if you did not know that you were eating vegan food, it would be the same way as you eating chicken or red meat. So do away with the labels because the labels are imaginary. If you want to call yourself Petunia, call yourself Petunia. Someone asks you, oh, what are you? I'm a Petunia. Let's not be concerned about things that will not get you to the end goal. Don't worry about what someone may or may not call you. It's the same way with age. People want to know what your title is or what your age is because they want to be able to have something to say. They want to be able to project what their thoughts should be about living in this lifestyle. But nobody even really knows. No one really knows who is the end all be all because back in the day, we were all eating plants. But someone decided to make a rule book and pass it down and make it law. There is no law. The only law is you show up better than what you were the day before without harming anybody, harming the planet, or harming animals. That's the only rules that you need to go by. Now, if you decide that animals are not what you want to do, that's cool. And if you decide after 10 years that you decided that, you know, I could do a little shrimp, that's still your business. Don't let someone take the joy out of you deciding to change your lifestyle by incorporating more plants. So what should that look like? What should it look like if you decide that you want to eat more plants? Well, for me, when I first started deciding that I started off as a vegetarian. I never was a steak person like that, but I could do a good burger. I ain't even gonna hold you. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, burgers had me in a chokehold. But I decided to incorporate more salads. I decided to incorporate more fruits and vegetables, more than I was eating, because before I was a vegetarian, I really wasn't intentional about vegetables. Like, I liked vegetables. I liked salads, loved collard greens, like black eyed peas, like black beans. I loved all those things. But on a day-to-day basis, was it intentional? Was I paying attention to if I was getting my greens for the day? Was I paying attention to swapping out plant milk for regular milk, or the vice versa? I wasn't intentional with the food that I was eating. And when I look back at all the pictures and things of that nature, you could tell that I wasn't intentional about nothing but eating. But when my mom got sick, it brought things into perspective. And that's what eating more plants is about. It's about bringing it into perspective on how you want to show up in this world, on how, eating more plants might be the possibility of when you're 80 years old, you still able to do the 2-step versus your body being filled with a whole bunch of information because all you've been eating is a bunch of processed foods, red meats, chickens, and things of that nature. Eating more plants might be the catalyst for you having the best skin that you ever had in your whole entire life. Eating more plants might get you off of that blood pressure medicine that you've been carrying around for 10, 20 plus years. Eating more plants, the earth made plants for you to be able to be nourished. You're supposed to eat to live, not live to eat. It shouldn't be an addiction. And the foods that we have been psychologically given are addictive. They're inflammatory. They cause disease. All kinds of things. I have yet to hear of an avocado causing inflammation and high blood pressure. I've never seen it. Ever. This lifestyle is doable. All you have to do is put one foot in front of the other. And if ever you feel like labels are a bit heavy, or you feel that it is not doable, that's the furthest from the truth. 9 years strong. 9 years strong, and it was the best decision that I've ever made in my whole entire life. If all the things that I've been talking about today resonates with you, stay with me, because next episode, I'm going to talk about what I would do if I was starting today as a new vegan who wanted to be more intentional with the things that I'm eating, or if I was going to be plant forward, or if I was going to be flexitarian. What are the steps that I would choose? And if you don't remember anything else, it's no pressure. It's just plant.